Hello, and here's your walk around video on this Nissan passenger van. I took a quick little look over on it before I made this video. It looks like it's in really good condition. No real dents, scratches, dings, and it looks like the tread depth on there is pretty dang good as well. Face on the tires, pretty nice also. With this being an SL, it's really cool because it does have the chrome mirror caps here. Just a little bit of dirt right there. We did recently take this in, so we do just have to put it through a little wash here. I got it set to go into detail here very soon. Show you this tire here as well. Again, super good tread depth there. It's like they're pretty much as close to brand new tires as they can be. Here's the back. And then I will open this up, show you what we got in the back here. So it does have that light leather interior, which is really nice for the winter time, or summertime, sorry, with the hot heat. But you can see here, really clean as well. No issues with like the carpet or anything of that nature there. And then just to give you an idea of the back view there, and I'm just gonna shut these doors. Then come around to this side here for you. Again, just to show you, really good condition, really clean vehicle here, which is always super nice. And then I'll start with going over the back seats. Let me just come over here to the side and open up this door here. This is nice. They slide open kind of like a van, so it makes it really easy to get in, accessible. As far as seating and everything like that goes, it really looks like almost nobody's ever sat in these seats, which is really nice. And then looking at the roof, generally you'll see some form of like stains or tears in the roof on these kind of things, and this is absolutely pristine. Coming through here, carpets are really nice even, especially for the fact that this hasn't even went through detail yet. And then these seats here as well also look almost as if they were never sat in. This one here is a removable third seat. You can either have this in or take it out. It's up to you preference wise, just to make it a little bit more accessible and easy to use. And then you do have these back seats here as well, which again, very clean. And then this row of seats here as well also is removable. So this is something that we could put in for you, or you could leave them out if you'd like. You do have tracks here in the floor for all of these seats. We just have these ones and those ones out. So if you did have these seats in and up all the way, you will get a little bit more room in that very back row as well. And then you do have all these other seats that are in through there. Just gonna close this up here. Give you a look on this seat. So here's your doors, no scratches in the plastics or anything like that, which is nice because you can't ever really fix those. And again, this seat, it's like nobody sat in it. Again, I know I've said it a lot, but I don't really get these generally too often in this good of a condition. The only thing that I see that's even really dirty is these floor mats, which is nice that they do come with the all-weather mats here in the front. And then let's look in here. It also does have its original owner's manual as well. There's tons of room in here. You could fit a ton of different stuff in there. And then let me pop on up over here. Get this middle console open. So you got a couple spots here for pens, and then this little tray here is removable, and you get a huge amount of room in there. There's really nothing that wouldn't fit there. And then here you do have a standard household outlet, as well as one of those like cigarette lighter adapters there as well. And then we'll get that closed up. This is locking, so if you did put anything in there, you can lock it, make it nice and secure. Move some of this stuff over here. You got a couple cup holders here. And then because this one is an SL trim level, you also do get heated seats up here, which is really nice as well. This here turns on that standard household outlet, and this does have a tow mode. So if you were planning to tow, you could certainly do that with this. Here is a proximity alert, so if you get too close to something in the front or the back, it's going to start beeping at you. And then you do have a couple different ways to charge your phone here, and an auxiliary cord if you chose to not use Bluetooth for your music and things of that nature. This right up here is going to be your rear climate controls for how much fan, how little fan, how hot, how cold. Lights here for the doors, and then this right here for any sort of sunglasses and things of that nature. You do get huge visors here. And the prior owner had this little mirror in here, which is always nice just because they don't have mirrors that are actually built in, but they do have this here as well. Get that back in, put that up. I'm gonna go over to the driver's seat and start this car up. And with these things being so large, it is super nice that you do get a running board here. And while I'm outside the vehicle, I just want to point this out. There's that little icon right there. It's a rear defrost. So you do have rear defrosting, side view mirror defrosters when you do turn on the rear defrost. This here is also one of those bubble mirrors, essentially, to where you can see a little bit more of a viewing angle. And then you do have some tow hooks there on the front of the vehicle. And then you do have these little circles that are here on the front, there as well, there, and again over there. And then you do have a couple on the back. Those are what work for that proximity alert as well. Just gonna hop in here and turn her on for you. So right there you can notice you got power locks, windows, and then you got mirrors over here as well. Traction control, these are for your headlights. This here is for your fog lights on this vehicle. I'm just gonna give her a start up. So here we go, all started up. Let me turn down the volume a little bit. And right here you can see odometer 29,712 for mileage. Here you do have a manual shift mode on the shifter. Over here is going to be everything for cruise control. This is a source to switch between AM, FM, Bluetooth, volume up and down, and then your Bluetooth functionality right there as well. And then coming over here to this middle console, you can see it has navigation built in. That's super nice because there's an SD card that's right up in here. As long as you don't ever remove that SD card or lose that SD card, you're always going to have nav. It's not something you have to pay monthly or anything of that nature. Let's go over here. It actually shows that it has Sirius XM as well. And by clicking these buttons, you can see that it is either touchscreen or you could use the physical buttons both ways. You also do have a CD player, which is nice. A lot of vehicles don't have those anymore, so that is a really cool thing to have. And then we have this little camera button here, which you could turn on to show guidelines or not have them on. That means when you turn the wheel, it's going to pre-forecast your turn, so on and so forth. Let me put her into reverse so you can see the backup camera, and if I'm quiet, you can hear all that beeping. That beeping is those sensors because I'm parked pretty close to that wall right there. So that's what those sensors are made to do. You do have dual climate here as well, which is super nice on these, especially if you plan to go on any sort of trips or anything of that nature. Fan up, fan down, how hot, how cold. And then this here is to activate the dual climate control or turn it off. Then you have an auto button right here. Now this auto button's cool because it's going to work like a thermostat in a house. So instead of having to choose how much fan, how little fan, how hot, how cold, if you just set it to this temperature here, like 90 degrees like these ones are set, it's just going to work like a thermostat in a house where it's just going to keep you set to 90 degrees. It'll either kick on the fan and some cold air to get you back down to that lower degree, or it'll kick on the heat and get you, raised up into a higher heat from there. And then everything right through here is just going to be where you want that air to get sent through. And then right there in the rearview mirror, you can see that NW Northwest. It just shows what way we're facing, so you could always have that compass that's up there as well. So I think I covered just about everything in this vehicle, but if you do find you have any other questions, feel free to just let me know, and I will go out and make another video for you to answer anything else. Thank you.